Okay, so imagine this. Nairobi, the week of the big final. The city already had football fever. From downtown Matatus blasting Moroccan music to little kids in Eastleigh dribbling footballs barefoot on the road, everyone was talking about Chan. Local radio stations couldn't stop hyping it. Even boda riders were making predictions at petrol stations. You could feel it in the air. Something big was about to go down at Kasarani. And Morocco? They had arrived days earlier, calm, focused, and determined. Their training sessions at Nairobi Stadium had been pulling crowds every day. Everyone wanted a glimpse of the team that many believed would make history. By the time match day came, Kasarani looked like a festival. Early in the morning, fans were already lining up. Vendors outside were selling everything from roasted maize to Moroccan flags. There were fans with painted faces, women ululating, guys in Moroccan jerseys dancing to drums. Kenyan fans, even though they didn't have a team in the final, had picked sides. Some were shouting, "Morocco, all the way," while others were like, "Nah, today the underdogs will shock the world." The vibe was crazy, almost like a carnival. As the teams walked out of the tunnel, you could hear a wave of noise shake the stadium. Moroccan supporters unfurled a giant flag covering almost an entire section. The players looked sharp, determined, not even blinking at the noise. And when the referee blew that whistle, it was game on. Morocco started strong. Their midfield controlled the ball with so much ease, like they were rehearsing a dance. The crowd oohed with every slick pass, but the opponents weren't about to sit back. They pressed high, snapping at every Moroccan touch, forcing mistakes. Within the first 10 minutes, there was already drama. A long shot just whizzed past Morocco's goal post, and the whole stadium gasped. The first half was tense. Morocco had the possession, but the other side had fight. Tackles were flying. The referee was blowing his whistle every few minutes, and fans were getting heated. You could literally hear guys shouting, "Ref, that's a foul. Are you blind?" While others laughed and clapped at every hard challenge. The goalkeepers were on their toes. One moment, Morocco fired a rocket from outside the box, and the keeper dived like a superhero to punch it out. The noise in the stadium was deafening, and it happened. The 34th minute. A smooth move down the right wing. A perfect cross floated in, and the Moroccan striker rose like he was levitating. The header was unstoppable. Straight into the net. Goal! For a second, Kasarani exploded. Moroccan fans were screaming. People were hugging strangers, some even crying tears of joy. One fan shouted, "Allahu Akbar, this is our time," as he waved his flag like crazy. It was beautiful. The players rushed to the corner flag, sliding on the grass, piling on top of the scorer. You could feel it. Morocco had arrived. But the game wasn't over. The opponents fought back hard. Before halftime, they had two clear chances. One was a header that smacked the crossbar. The other a shot that Morocco's keeper somehow stretched to save. The crowd went mad. Even neutral Kenyan fans started clapping, shouting, "Aish, these boys aren't joking." When halftime came, Morocco was leading, but the tension was still thick. Fans rushed for snacks. Others argued in the stands about tactics, some confidently saying, 2-0 loading. The second half started with fireworks. The opponents came out hungry, attack after attack, corner after corner, and for a good 15 minutes, Morocco was pinned in their own half. You could hear Moroccan attack after attack, corner after corner, and for a good 15 minutes, Morocco was pinned in their own, praying loudly, "Ya Allah, protect us." Then came the moment of the match. A powerful strike looked destined for the top corner, but Morocco's goalkeeper leapt, stretched his fingertips, and tipped it over. Kasarani erupted in applause. Even fans supporting the other side stood up and clapped. That was world class. Then Morocco struck again, a lightning counterattack in the 70th minute. Two quick passes, a burst of pace down the wing, and a low finish into the net. 2-0. That was the killer. Moroccan fans lost their minds. People jumped on seats, dancing, drumming, singing, Maghrib. Maghrib. Opposing fans looked heartbroken, but they respected the brilliance. The final 20 minutes were a blur of emotions. Morocco defended like lions, blocking shots, throwing their bodies on the line. Every clearance was cheered like a goal. The opponents tried everything: long balls, crosses, even risky tackles, but nothing worked. As the clock ticked down, Moroccan fans started singing louder, sensing glory. The referee finally blew the whistle, and that was it. Morocco were champions of Chan. What followed was pure magic. Players collapsing in tears, others running to the stands to hug fans. Coaches jumping, waving to the crowd. Moroccan supporters storming the barriers, waving flags, dancing with anyone nearby. Fireworks lit up the Nairobi sky, glittering above Kasarani like stars. The captain lifted the trophy, and the roar that followed was so loud you'd think the stadium would collapse. Goosebumps, man. Pure goosebumps. And the celebrations didn't stop there. Outside Kasarani, it was like Nairobi had turned into a Moroccan street party. Fans danced on Thika Road. Boda riders honked their horns, carrying fans with flags, and social media was on fire. Kenyan Twitter was trending with hashtags about Morocco's win. Videos of the celebrations went viral. Clips of the goals circulated everywhere. And even people who hadn't watched the game were like, "Yo, I feel like I missed something historic." The players themselves couldn't stop smiling. Interviews were emotional. One player said, "This is not just a trophy. This is for our country, our families, our people back home." The coach kept praising the team's spirit, the belief, the unity. And Kenyan fans who witnessed it love, they went home with memories that will last forever. Some were saying, "We didn't just watch a match. We watched history being written in our own backyard." That night, Nairobi never slept. Moroccan fans flooded bars and streets, celebrating until morning. Even locals joined them, vibing, dancing, eating nyama choma together, and just enjoying the moment. It showed that football isn't just about who wins or loses. It is about unity, culture, and joy. And so, Morocco's Chan victory at Kasarani wasn't just a win. It was a festival, a story, an experience that united thousands of people under the stars of Nairobi. A reminder that when football takes over, it's magic. Pure magic.